1 million people have a chance to buy their own home, and we're on to the next million now.
We're in the St John's area of Worcester, where I, back in 1983, bought a house under Margaret Thatcher's Right to Buy scheme. I bought it because my grandfather thought under the Right to Buy scheme it would be a good investment, and at £9,300 it certainly was. The neighbour next door, David, he bought his, and I think there was a lot of people actually in this street.
Come on, you show me this fire.
I think the problem was that by selling off housing stock, they never put any provision aside to rebuild houses. You know, it's okay selling a house, but then you've got to rebuild for those people who don't have the luxury to be able to afford to buy either under the Right to Buy scheme or under today's schemes. That was probably her best policy. It included people. They could own their own property. And we sold it for the grand sum of £103,000.
For the first time for many years, British sovereign territory has been invaded by a foreign power.
In 1982, I was 22 years of age. I was serving in the Royal Marines. There was no kind of, is this right, is this wrong? All of the guys were up for it to get down there and get the job done, get back home. We used to work in threes. It's about probably 5 days after the landings. The Argentinians were coming in at regular intervals and trying to bomb the ships. During my time in the Falklands, meeting people, especially in Stanley, Margaret Thatcher was their saviour. Margaret Thatcher was, well loved by the servicemen. I think she did a lot for the armed forces, and she was well liked.
There had been neither freedom nor order in Britain if we'd given in to violence. There had been no hope for any prosperous industry.
In 1984, I was a colliery deputy at Woolstanton Colliery, Stoke-on-Trent. The men weren't fighting for money, they were fighting for jobs. And at the end of the day, whether you like Arthur Scargill or not, his argument came true. You look at the manufacturing base now of this country, it's less than 30%. She knocked the heart and soul out of a lot of people, good people, who contributed a lot to this country. And when she called them the enemy within, I think that was the final straw with a lot of people, and it was the final straw with me. I shan't shed no tears over Margaret Thatcher. It was a struggle for survival, and it was a struggle for survival which, unfortunately, we lost.